Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me using some of the new stuff that I recently purchased. I thought, why not? Let's just sit down and have a chit chat and talk and use some stuff. I did have quite a few questions about this PHILICIA'S. I have used it one time already and I actually really like it a lot. Although the day that I used it, I only had my makeup on for about 2 hours before I washed it off. But I will say it's not overly scented, which is nice, and it feels good going on. At first it does feel a tad bit heavy, but then once it sort of sinks in, it feels nice. This stuff is going to be excellent in the winter time because as I'm getting older, my skin is changing, so you know, it fluctuates. I go from being oily to dry to in between to normal. I don't know, it's actually really freaking annoying. And my light outside, because you guys know I sit in front of a window, the sun keeps going in and out because it looks like it might rain. I'm seeing some dark clouds, but yet the sun is still out. I don't know. So you guys see I put a lamp behind me. I'm trying to like light up the background a little bit more. I don't know if it's gonna help, we'll see. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and, should I start with my eyes? Yeah, you know what, I am. I'm not going to do any sort of face makeup yet because I'm going to use one of the Stila Magnificent Metals, and sometimes those tend to sort of drop down onto my face, you know, like the little bit of glitter. So we're going to work with the eyes first and then we'll do the face. I'm going to use a little bit of Lay and Low paint pot from MAC. You guys know I really like using paint pots for my base. It's pretty much all I use. I used to use Urban Decay primer potion, but I'm not really into that anymore. So we're going to go ahead and use a little bit of this. I'm just going to go into my Baked Browns palette. I adore this palette so much, you guys. Obviously you guys can tell what my favorite colors are. Yeah. I think a lot of people right now are favoring these types of colors. What about the rest of you? Like, are you guys favoring, what are you favoring right now as far as colors go for your eyeballs? And I'm just using that lighter color from the Baked Browns palette just to sort of set everything on my eyelid. And fall is coming, and so of course fall means sort of rich, deep colors. But I feel like I haven't stopped wearing the rich, deep colors since last year. I'm still into those, you know, orangey, brownish, reddish tones, whatever. Alright, so I know I've already used this in a video, but I don't care. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to go into Sauced, which is this color here. I painted my nails the day before yesterday because I was really in the mood to have something on, and then I picked it off the next day. Way to go, Felicia. You guys will have to let me know how the lighting is in this video. Lighting has been a thorn in my side since I moved into this house. I don't have a lot of windows in here. I don't have a lot of light that comes in. If you haven't ever watched any of my vlog videos, you're not going to know this, but as soon as you leave my room through the door back there, it's darkness until I get into my kitchen. There just aren't any lights in this house. Oh, cloud cover. Alright, I'm going to go into He Devil next, which is this color here. I'm going to use a really small brush to place that. This is a MAC 228. So I was watching a video from Pixie Woo the other day, Sam. She turned 40. It's so weird. Everybody's getting old. And you know, it almost doesn't seem fair that Sam and Nick don't have more subscribers. Sam's been on YouTube forever. Nick kind of followed shortly thereafter. What I find interesting is that Tanya has more subscribers than they do. Tanya definitely wouldn't be where she's at without those two. I just think it's odd, but you know what? Sam and Nick, they are getting older. Typically people don't want to watch older YouTubers. They want to watch young ones, right? And that's obvious. you know, in numbers. That's really not anything anyone can argue. I'm just going to keep layering He Devil on. I think I might put like 3 layers on, and then I'm just going to blend in between each layer. I'm going to use this little blank canvas brush and go into He Devil and really get into my crease out here. I've got this dent right here in my eye from the way I was sleeping. I have literally been up since 8:30. It is 12:30 and that dent is still there. What the heck? So I wanted to tell you guys. Now remember in my last video, the one where I said I'm over it with this whole thing that's going on with YouTube? So I tried to go in and disable ads. And I actually hit the button where it says block in all countries. And so I figured that would just take ads off. I cannot remove the ads from my videos. They won't permit me to remove the ads. And it makes me crazy because you're going to flag my video just in case there's any bad content, but you won't give me the option to take the ads off. I don't get it. It's like I said before, they just want to have complete control. So you're telling me because I'm a little person, you're not going to even bother looking at my video unless I accumulate 1,000 views in 7 days. If I don't accumulate 1,000 views in 7 days, they won't bother looking at my video. But you're still going to give people the option to advertise on my video, even though there may be content that might be offensive or whatever the case may be. Like, I just don't understand it. I think what I'm going to try to do is write to Style Hall and get out of my contract, and then maybe I will be able to like completely disable ads on my videos, because I just don't want any part of it. I don't want any part of ads anymore on my videos. So if you see an ad on this video, it's not because I put it there. I tried taking them off. And then something else that I kind of wanted to throw out there at you guys is I have been toying around with the idea of starting my own website and have begun to look into it. I want to do away with YouTube altogether. And I was thinking, how can I start my own website and upload videos? So there really isn't a whole lot out there as far as like the way YouTube runs and the platform. So that's why I decided that maybe I would look into starting my own website. I just don't know how this is going to work. If any of you are tech people or computer people, or you know someone that might be able to help me out, please leave that down below in the comments, because if I can completely disassociate myself from YouTube, I will. And then also I wanted to know from you guys, if you had the option to go to a website, like my own website, to watch my videos, would you? So let me know. Yeah, it's gonna rain again. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is go into En Fuego, which is this color right here. Part of me wants to go into this loose eyeshadow from Star Crushed Minerals. It's called Chocolate Cherry Cake. This is like one of my favorite eyeshadows. I don't want to keep like using different brands, but at the same time, it's hard for me because I really love that color. So, alright, I'm just going to go into En Fuego. Maybe we'll just use Ashes. I don't know. I don't know yet. And I'm using the little blank canvas brush, which is one of my favorite for my eye shape. And this is just basically going into this outer corner. And I'm just pressing it in and then just sort of lightly blending it inward. I think today was a bad day to film. Oh, I moved that light out a little bit further. We'll see if it helps. Okay, so I'm gonna go into Chocolate Cherry Cake. If you don't have this, you can just use Ashes from the Heat palette, but I want to add just a little bit of this to the outer corner. I adore this color a lot. A lot. And you can see how I'm sort of pressing it in. I'm pressing it in up to the crease, and then I'm kind of creating like a C shape. See that? And then I'm pressing it in along the lash line. See what I'm doing? Woo! Look at that. That's why a lot of people don't like using loose pigments. And then what I'm going to do is just lightly blend out here in the outer corner using that small blank canvas brush. And then I'm just going to kind of tap right in here. Alright, so you guys know how on one of my videos I said I didn't like Tom Cruise? I mean, honestly, I don't like him at all. I think he's a little bit cuckoo. So anyway, my husband knows this, and he knows that I don't really like Tom Cruise, and it is hard for me to sit through a movie that has Tom Cruise in it. He's just, I don't know, I can't, I just don't like him, alright? So, my husband also knows that I like movies that have anything to do with, you know, like monsters and things like that. So just very recently, as in day before yesterday, Amazon released The Mummy that has Tom Cruise in it. And so my husband was like, hey, I'm gonna buy that movie, The Mummy. And I said, cool. And I was like, wait a second, is that the one with Tom Cruise in it? And he just looks at me and he goes, yeah. I was like, gosh dang it. I'm like, I don't want to watch this movie. Why are you buying this stupid movie? I sat and watched it. It was actually pretty good. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the Magnificent Metals, and I'm using Rose Gold Retro. That's what it looks like. It's really pretty. Very super pretty. The one thing about these though, like I was saying before, is there is quite a bit of fall down with the, well, not quite a bit, but there will be little specks of glitter that fall down onto the top of my cheek. There it is. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so pretty. So what I do is I don't just dab it on. I take, excuse me, I take a really small synthetic brush. Maybe I'll use this. This is a MAC 231. And then what I do is I use the little brush and I take some of the product off and then I pat it onto my eyelid. Okay, and then I'm going to let that dry before I go in with any more powder eyeshadow. So now that that is dry, what I'm going to do is go back into He Devil using that little blank canvas brush. And what I'm going to do is tap that right over the edge between the sparkle and the matte. I can hear the thunder outside. It is coming. Okay, I'm going to line my eyes. I wasn't going to. Oh, should I? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to move on to my face, and then we'll kind of see how things go from there. But I think right now, at this moment, I'm going to skip liner. I'm going to use a little bit of MAC Prep and Prime in Bright Forecast. Has a little bit of an orangey tone to it. And that's just, do you guys see the glitter? Can you guys see it? Yes or no? Probably not. Before I put that on and end up getting glitter everywhere, I'm going to take a wipe and I'm going to wipe away all of this glitter that fell. Okay, now I can use the Prep and Prime. Just going to put some of that here and here. Okay, I'm going to use my new concealer. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Supernatural Concealer. I thought it was called the Ethereal List something or other. Alright, anyway, I got the color Light. Doesn't take much of this. This is probably way too much. I like it. So this concealer has more of a yellow undertone. Typically when I buy concealers, I buy them with a pinky undertone. The reason I do that is because I already have a yellow undertone to my skin. So if I use a concealer that has a bit of a pink undertone, it sort of brings some balance to my face. But I don't hate this. I actually really like it. I like it a lot. I'm going to go ahead and use the Marc Jacobs Marvelous Mousse. This is what I purchased at TJ Maxx. So I'm going to use this. And I am going to use a brush to put it on, but then I'm going to use a beauty blender to buff it out. Oh my gosh, you guys, I really like this. My foundation looks so good. Everything is just sitting so nice on my skin. And it doesn't feel heavy. It's soaked in nicely, but I just feel like this is a great base for foundation. I think I'm gonna get the big one. Once this little guy is done, I'm gonna get the big one for sure. Ooh, I look really pasty, don't I? I'm gonna put some eyebrows on because I look kind of funny. I'm going to use Coquette from MAC. I'm just putting a little bit of wax in through my brows. And I'm gonna comb it through. Hakuhodo brush. Oh, this lighting is killing me. So I've been talking to my friend Gemma today. She lives in the UK. I really, really miss talking to her. Gemma, I miss talking to you. We used to Skype. We haven't done that in a really long time. I don't know, you know, life just kind of gets in the way. Jobs and whatever the case may be, and time differences. But it was so nice talking to her today. Gemma, it was nice talking to you today. Okay, so I'm going to use a little bit of this Laura Mercier powder to set under my eyeballs. Okay, so powdered with some Laura Mercier. This powder is going to take me forever to go through, but I'm actually okay with that because then I feel like I got my money's worth. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I'm going to set my eyebrows. I've got this little Anastasia clear brow gel. I like combing them straight up because I have some really sparse areas, and I feel like if I comb them up when they finally do sort of come down and settle, they'll settle over those sparse areas that I have. I don't know. Okay, and again, you guys know I don't like using foundation on top of foundation, but for the sake of the video, I am. I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Perfection Powder Featherweight Foundation. This is what it looks like. I need reading glasses. I can't hold anything close to my face. And what's funny is I used to be able to hold stuff like right here and read it. Oh my gosh. So watch this. It's getting bad. So I cannot. It has to be like right here. And then I'm still like holding my head back. Oh my god, I'm getting old. When did this happen? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I'm going to put a little bit of this on. I'll use this. I haven't used this in a while. Let's use this. This is the Anastasia. Did I just say Anastasia? It's the Anastasia. What is this? Cream Contour. And I'm going to go for the middle one. I think everybody who's light-skinned goes for the little one, right? Did I say little one? I meant middle one. What is happening? Am I having a stroke on camera? I know that might not be funny for some of you, but lighten up. Alright, I'm gonna pop some of this here. The reason that I'm doing this is so that I have an extra layer, because when I'm at work I do not touch out my face at all. I do have some powder in my work bag. I have the Rimmel Stay Matte, but to be honest with you guys, I hardly use it. Okay, that is done. Now I'm going to finish powdering my face. Gosh, it's so dark. This video is going to be rubbish. I'm still going to upload it though. It's a good thing most of you aren't here for my actual tutorials, and more so here for my amazing, bright, sparkly personality. Alrighty, now I'm going to move on to using some of the Kevyn Aucoin powder. You guys, I did use this the other day, and it is like amazingly pigmented, and it doesn't take much, but it's almost depressing how expensive it is compared to the amount. Look at that. See, the Lagoon is a bit warmer, you can see. This one's a bit ashier. It's insane. Insane. But will I be stupid enough to repurchase this in the future? You better believe it. I'm gonna use this brush here. This is a MAC what is this? 129. Oh god, I feel like such a dope. You would never know that I worked for MAC. I can't remember the numbers. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using the tip of the brush. See there? The tip of the brush. I'm just pressing it in over the top. Alright, I am going to go in with a little bit of Laguna. Just to add a little bit more sort of like around my forehead and the cheeks. Oh my gosh, I still have lines right here from... How the heck was I sleeping, and why do I still have lines on my face 5 hours later? What in the world? Alright, let's do the opposite of what I always say to do. Let's put a little bit of cream over the top of powder. This is Hush Cream Color Base from MAC. And I just opened my drawer and decided that I wanted to use it. I'm going to use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I haven't used this in a very long time. And I'm going to take this middle one. It's called Incandescent Light. Let's highlight those wrinkles, shall we? I dig it. Alright, let's finish up these eyeballs. Okay, so we are going to go back into Sauced, which was that original crease color. And I have now switched to an e.l.f. brush. This is, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a crease brush. This real teeny tiny ones. I like them a lot. Starting at the outer corner. You don't have to be like particularly neat about this. You know, sometimes it's okay to be just a tad bit messy. Grungy, right? I don't know. It's not for everyone, that's for sure. Alright, and then we're going to do He Devil, which was that one there. Same brush. This is going to stay mainly in the outer corner. Next is En Fuego, which is this color here. We're just going to layer colors. Why not? Outer corner. What you want to do is meet it up with the color on the top in the outer corner. I like that so much. Okay, and then we're going to take a smaller brush. I'm going to use this teeny tiny brush, and I'm going to go into, is it chocolate cherry cake? Yeah. I think sometimes I say cherry chocolate cake, but it's not. It's chocolate cherry cake. And then this color is going to get really close to the lash line with this tiny brush and push it in right at the lashes. So I think I'm going to leave my waterline blank. I don't think I'm going to put anything on it. So I'm going to use, these are Shu Uemura. I have a question. English people say eyelash curlers. Why do you say that? Because this is just one, right? It's an eyelash curler. But I've noticed that a lot of English people refer to these as eyelash curlers, as in plural. I don't get that. Can anyone explain it to me? Alright, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I'm just going to skip this part because no one wants to see this. Oh, and I'm going to use the Lash Paradise, which I have been using every day for the last, I don't know how, since I got it. When did I get this? I don't even know. But I need to get a new one because this one is feeling kind of light, but I love it. I'm freezing, you guys. Like, I'm really cold. And I feel, oh, I wonder. I'm going to use this for inner corner highlight. This is Revolution, or Makeup Revolution Skin Kiss Highlighter in Peach Kiss. Oh, you know what though? I think it's too close to the color on my eyelid. Yeah, I'm gonna have to bump that up just a bit. Let's do a little bit of Mary Luminizer over the top of that just to add a little more oomph. You know, I don't know that I've ever used this on my face. I always just put it on my, oops, I just poked myself. I just always use it as an inner corner highlight. Isn't that stupid? Okay, I gotta put some mascara on the lower lashes. I'm going to use the, what is this? What is this? Oh, Maybelline the Falsies Big Eyes. And I'm going to use the little side here. Alright, and then I think I am going to use a little bit of my NARS Rue Bonaparte eyeliner. It's a flesh tone. This is my favorite flesh tone eyeliner ever. Alright, so I don't normally put a lip on when I'm going to work because I just don't. I feel like it's a little too much. I do really like the Kevyn Aucoin sculpting powder. I'm glad I got it. Okay, some questions I had about the Cover FX. This is alcohol free. I used it the other day. Same thing with the Embryolisse. I only had my makeup on for about 2 hours, but within those 2 hours my face stayed relatively shine free. It just looked like my normal skin, which is all I'm asking for. I don't want to look completely matte, but I also don't want to look like a disco ball, you know what I mean? So this kind of kept my skin looking how it normally does, which I am totally okay with. So I'm using this right now. We'll see how long my makeup lasts before I start to notice it not looking so good. Okay, on the back it says, mattifying setting spray instantly sets your makeup, controls oil and removes surface shine. Weightless and refreshing, this alcohol-free formula boosts the staying power of your makeup to help prevent it from fading, melting, or settling into fine lines while keeping the skin looking naturally matte. That's what I like. So, hopefully I love that. So anyway, that is it for my Get Ready With Me. Alright, so let's zoom in on these eyeballs. I like it. I think it's pretty. Alright, so I'm going to go now and make some food and maybe take a quick nap. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today in my chatty video. I hope you like my eyeballs. So take care, have a great day, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye.